What is up, you guys? Welcome to the collective. My name is Furman, and in this video we are literally in the best time of the year when it comes to video games, because you guys already know E3 might not be around, but guess what? Summer Game Fest stepped up, and we are absolutely in the thick of it. I mean, we are in the middle of it. We're getting announcements left and right, and it has been insane. But before we get started, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. Alright guys, let's get started. Alright guys, so this stuff has been coming out really fast, and it's been kind of hard to keep up with it, but I've been trying my best. And yes, it is so exciting. It is the best time of the year, and you know, we actually been having a bunch of events, and I'm basically going to be talking about the things that I like about it. You know, there's no point in talking about every single little thing because, you know, not every single game appeals to me, but I'm just talking about the most exciting things about it. Alright, so we're going to start it off by talking about Summer Game Fest. The first event that was 4 hours long literally showed us so much gaming potential. It was insane. I mean, they literally started us off with the Mortal Kombat trailer, Mortal Kombat 1, where they're revamping the game. They're going back, it's a separate timeline, and literally in this trailer all they did was show us a bunch of fatalities. It was like back and forth. So yeah, this game is obviously, I mean, Mortal Kombat games always look beautiful. They are absolutely gorgeous, and this one's gonna be no different. Alright guys, another game that they showed off again was Alan Wake 2. Now, while I did mention that I haven't played the first one yet, I'm definitely going to be checking this one out because it looks so freaking amazing. I mean, just the lighting, the textures, the overall ambiance of the game, like it's like horror, and it looks so good. It really is reminding me a lot of that like Resident Evil 2 vibe, which I absolutely love. So I'm definitely going to be picking this guy up because it looks so freaking good. If anything, you know, I'll probably just watch like a sum it up story video, because you know we have plenty of those on YouTube. So yeah, now this, guys, this absolutely drove me crazy. Jeff Keighley, the man is crazy, because out of nowhere, you know, he hits us with a Final Fantasy teaser and the whole crowd just gasped.
Now, speaking of Final Fantasy, no. Today during Summer Game Fest, DoorDash has your back. You can get a free burrito when you order from Taco Bell using the code GameFest. Plus, get the chance to win a Final Fantasy 16 prize pack. DoorDash, stay in your game. Yep, we got you. All right. I
mean, I did too. I was absolutely freaking out about this. Like, I'm like, what? We're gonna get something else? Like, oh my god, are they gonna talk about Final Fantasy 7 Remake? And then it ended up being like a DoorDash teaser type of thing. It had nothing to do with Final Fantasy, so he definitely pulled one on us that time. Like, I don't know about you guys, but my heart stopped for a second there when that happened. So yeah, that was pretty hilarious. And then out of left field, as if they weren't already blowing our minds away with all of these crazy game announcements, they announced that Twisted Metal is going to become a TV show? Like, what? I mean, this is so out of left field that I don't even really know how to even understand this, or even, like, it hasn't even registered in my mind. And then on top of that, Anthony Mackie, you know, the Falcon from Marvel movies, is gonna be in it. What? I don't know what to say about it, but I mean, it looks pretty awesome. So hey, I mean, it's Twisted Metal. My only argument would have been that, hey, maybe drop a game before you drop the TV show, or a remake or something, or you know what, even port the games. And then to wrap it all up, they gave us Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. Oh my god. When I tell you this game looks absolutely astonishingly, flabbergastingly amazing, it wouldn't be enough to describe it that way, guys. This game just looks absolutely gorgeous, and on top of that, it also gave us more context as to how the game is going to be, and it looks like it's going to be a 3-part series. Like, it really does. The way they progress in, you know, the first one, they did cut it off a little short, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, the more stuff that they showed in the new game that's coming out next year in spring, I believe, of 2024, it really is starting to look like, I mean, it's going to be a 3-part series, and that's so awesome because we're not going to have to wait that long. And on top of that, this game is going to be gigantic. They said that it's coming in 2 discs, which a lot of people have been making fun of that, you know, and I do get it. It is a bit much, especially in 2023, it is a bit much. But I mean, I love it. As a retro enthusiast, like somebody who loves old school video games, especially the whole PlayStation, like the PS1 era, all of that stuff. Every RPG, for the most part, came in 2 to 3 to 4 discs, and I think that's such an awesome callback. I don't think it's very functional now because, you know, we're kind of pampered when it comes to all that stuff, but honestly, I think it's going to be freaking awesome, and I think that is just great. Right, guys, so that was basically like my favorite parts of Summer Game Fest, the event that happened last week. And you know, if it seems like I'm moving fast, it's because I'm trying to combine both of these events that happened that were pretty awesome, that I think were awesome, and so we're just trying to talk about all of them right now. So now we are going to talk about the Xbox Showcase, which happened in Sunday, I think. I don't remember. It was last week. And honestly, it wasn't that bad, you know? I actually enjoyed it a little bit. I mean, as always, Fable looks amazing. The fact that they are revamping this series and bringing it to modern consoles is amazing. And I'm always going to be down for that because, you know, I love older games and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. The fact that they're bringing that back and it looks insane is so freaking cool. But they didn't show us anything again. You know, it wasn't any gameplay. It was just another teaser. I digress. Not much to say, honestly. But then again, out of nowhere, they showed us Star Wars Outlaws. Now this looks actually really promising. Again, it was another video where they just kind of showed us, you know, like it's just a CGI trailer, nothing too important, just set pieces and certain characters that we all know and love. And honestly, I mean, the concept by itself is just freaking cool. So like, that's awesome. And it did kind of look like it was exclusive, but I don't know if it's gonna be, so hopefully it's not, but it looks pretty good. Now, one of those games that's an indie game that looks really, really good and kind of crazy is 33 Immortals. This game is essentially, I believe, like a multi-op game. Like, you literally play, it's 33 people, 33 actual players that can play with you, and, you know, you traverse, and, I don't really know too much about it, but the fact that you can play with that many people is pretty cool. So hopefully this works. I mean, I'm really worried about the whole online connectivity because that's the biggest draw to it. But as far as concept goes, I think it's pretty unique looking, and I think it is going to be something worth checking out. Now, you guys already know I absolutely love JRPGs, and the fact that we are getting Persona 3 literally remade is insane. It's actually called Persona 3 Reload, and essentially, by the looks of it alone, I mean, this is just like a rough estimate. It literally looks like Persona 3 with Persona 5's graphics and the way that that game plays. And I think that this is the best thing they could have done for this game, because yes, I understand that there are people that really love this game, and you know, from what I've heard, it is a really, really good story, but it is just hard to play because it really is just like a point and click. So yeah, I was really excited about that, and then I found out about it, and then I was like, ooh, that sucks. But hey, now we're getting a remake, so that's awesome. Alright, and then literally right after that, it looks like we're getting another Yakuza game. It's called Like a Dragon, so it's probably a continuation to the last one. Well, it's actually called Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, which sounds kind of crazy, but the trailer was insane. I mean, the main protagonist of Yakuza, Like a Dragon, wakes up and he's like in America, I think, but he's in a beach and he's butt naked, and everyone's like, dude, what are you doing? And he's just like, where am I? Yeah, so Very comedic. I thought it was pretty awesome, and I think this game is going to be really good too. So yeah, check that out. And then after that, you know, it's Xbox, it's Microsoft, Forza. So you guys already know Forza is one of the best racing games out there, if not the best one. Honestly, I do think it's a little better than Gran Turismo, but that's just me. Just because of the fact that the game is actually kind of fun. But that's just me. It's personal opinion. Don't crucify me for this. Alright? Yeah, so they're coming out with Forza Motorsport. And honestly, it looks great. It always looks great. It's one of those games that just makes, like, highlights what the Xbox can really do. So it's going to be awesome. It's not much that needs to be said about it. And then at the very end, we have Hellblade 2, which is Senua's Saga. What? And I have been a huge fan about... I can't talk anymore. I have been a huge fan of this game for a long time now. When I found out that they were making a part 2, I went out and bought the first one and I actually beat it. And I loved it. Like, just the craziness. Like, it's a really good game to play with, like, surround sound or, like, headphones, because of how trippy the sounds are. Because, you know, Senua, like, her brain or whatever, she's hearing voices and stuff like that. She's Randy Orton and she's hearing voices. And the second one has looked good, and it's looked good for a long time, and it just keeps getting kicked down. Like, I don't know how many times they're gonna talk about this game, and I thought for sure we were getting it this year, but it's 2024. Yeah, it drives me crazy, because, like, Xbox is struggling right now, and the majority of the games they talked about or showed off are 2024 games. Yeah. Well, I forgot to put it in my notes, but the last thing that Xbox talked about was Starfield. And yeah, that game is extremely exciting looking. I mean, just the openness of it. It's a Bethesda game, so it's going to be littered with glitches, so maybe wait a couple months. But I mean, it looks really cool, it looks really awesome, and it looks gigantic. Honestly, I want to find out how big this game really is going to be, like the file size. If it's under 100 gigs, I will be blown away. But yeah, this game is the biggest thing that Xbox has going on right now, and it's coming out in September. And yeah, I just found out today, well, Monday to you guys, that for some reason it's locked at 30 frames. Emotional damage. I'm actually going to be making a video talking about this because I really feel like Xbox has a big issue when it comes to that. So I'm not going to talk about it now. I'm just going to say this is just a really dumb decision for them to do that. It's just yeah, guys. And then they had the Ubisoft event, and that thing was hot garbage. Oh my god. I mean, the only good thing that came out of that thing was the fact that they talked about Star Wars Outlaws more, and they actually had gameplay. So hey, that was pretty awesome. That made it almost worth tuning in. But honestly, I would have just rather seen that video somewhere on YouTube. I think that would have been better. That would have been a better use of my time. So yeah. Yeah, they literally just, I mean, they talked about they just talked about Assassin's Creed a lot. They got like 4 or 5 different Assassin's Creed games coming out, and it's like, ooh. I mean, if you love Assassin's Creed, that's great, but the majority of the games that they showed out there were just like not my cup of tea. So I couldn't think of a single game that was on there that I actually liked, that I wanted to talk about, other than Star Wars Outlaws. Yeah, so all in all, it's been a great week as far as like announcements, except Ubisoft kind of dropped it and Xbox has been kind of slacking. But you know, honestly, I'm about to go watch the Capcom event, and I'm hoping that's going to be really good, even though I kind of feel like it's not going to be. So yeah, just keep tuning in, and yeah. Oh yeah, and just to let you know, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching the video, especially watching to the very end, because that helps me so much. And thank you so much for all of the new subscribers. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. All right, guys, we will see you on the next video. Peace.